Thank you. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a conversation with the socially retarded, reject, and president, authoritarian, and dictator of the YouTube dumpster fire community, Burgundy Blue Balls.
So people is over on Blue Ball's channel trying to have a rational conversation with this crazy hoe. I appreciate their efforts and all, but they is trying to reason with a completely unhinged, irrational, and unreasonable little hamster. No matter what sense you try to talk into this dumb hoe, she going to go in the opposite direction cause this little gremlin bitch just a hater no matter what. So CK Warhula be over there under this hoe's latest clip of Leona talking about the purple skank crying that people is stalking her on another platform where she admittedly joined to argue with people from YouTube about YouTube. And she say,
"How would you feel if Laura made those fictitious claims to a government agency on your husband and child?"
well, I can answer that. This hoe ain't married and will never be married for obvious reasons, and as far as her kid go, well, she only a part-timer in that department, so it'd be almost impossible for the bitch to put herself in those shoes and empathize with something like that. But of course, this twisted ass hoe going to give her answer, and what ensues is the dumbest shit you've ever heard.
"I would have handled it like any real mother would handle a useless crybaby."
Let's not get into a conversation about real mother's hoe because you don't want to go there. But you should be thankful for. Never mind hoe, just be thankful.
Her husband and child don't want any part of it. Have respect for the actual victims.
And Blue Balls be knowing this because she has spoken to both Leona's husband and child and they have both told her. But do you see her husband or child on this platform ever? Hear their voices on her lives ever? She don't even go live when her kid be home, so they ain't part of anything hoe.
She dragged this out for a year already. It happened 4 years ago.
It haven't even been a year yet, and where is she the one dragging this shit out? The only time she addressed it is because the purple hoe can't take that everywhere she go. People is reminding her that she a dirty, lying CPS caller and she acting like she the victim of her own actions. That dumb bitch was well aware of the consequences of doing such a thing, and after months of being called a CPS caller on the daily, and the majority of people letting her know that they is not okay with that shit, she be choosing to stay around and act like she the victim of what she choose. That's her choice. All of this shit was her choice, but she the one who be constantly bringing it up and crying victim every time someone remind her of what trash she is. And your stupid ass be one of the only few that are defending this shit.
Leona was obsessed with Laura before CPS was called, so how would you feel?
And the purple hoe been obsessing over Queen Bee for over 2 years now. How you think she feel? She talk about that bitch in every single live, but you love to ignore what she do. I forgot. I guess Queen Bee should gear up to make some phone calls. I mean, what's fair is fair, right? You should gear up to, I suppose. I mean, cuz if that's a normal reaction to have when someone be talking about you online, then your ass should get a few calls too. I think they is well deserved at this point. Sounds stupid, don't it? That's exactly your logic, ho.
She looks like a moron. You all told Laura she was playing the victim of her calls, and Leona always ends up doing what Laura does.
It's so nice of you to be concerned about Leona and how she look, but I highly doubt she really gives a fuck what your crazy ass thinks she look like. Why don't you take the purple hoe's advice, and if you don't like it, don't watch. Psycho bitch. Ain't nobody forcing you to watch someone look like a moron. None of this affects your life in any way, shape, or form, and unless you the purple skank herself, I can't see why you even give a fuck. Then again, you have nothing and no one else to worry about but yourself and your imaginary parasocial relationships. Goddamn, your life be pathetic. Anyway, so this stupid hoe do what she usually do. No one responds, but she wrote another fucking dissertation as if her words are so thoughtful and valued and people really give a fuck what she have to say. Pretty weird for someone who say.
I'm not here to convince anybody. It is what it is.
So she right.
Leona's already told everyone how her husband feels. How do you think her child would feel listening to his mother carry on about a situation she keeps putting him in, including a SWAT call?
I love how this hoe be acting like she's so concerned for Leona's husband and child when just a while back she was doxing her husband and encouraging people to reach out to his hockey team.
The Long Island on Facebook are asking for clips of makeup mobster harassing people. Share public videos to a public forum. They're already being sent. Let's show the love.
You was saying shit about her kid like.
Your son has a mullet and dirty teeth 'cause you refused to bring him to a dentist.
But now you is suddenly so concerned with them. Bitch, shut the fuck up, you phony-ass hoe. Ain't no one buying this fake concern. Dumb bitch. And of course, it's Leona's fault and not the fucking babies who call authorities and commit crimes because they can't handle words being spoken on a public platform that they willingly choose to put themselves on. Calling the authorities and lying is totally the right thing to do. So if it happened to you one day, don't cry ho. You is asking for it, right? Isn't that how this works? I don't want to hear you crying again about a name supposedly being doxed in an attempt to.
Silence someone who's only putting out their own words.
'Cause according to you, you are putting yourself in that position. It's your fault. You are asking for it. Good, I'm glad we're on the same page, ho. You seem to think you is excluded from any of this, but guess what, ho? You ain't. So I don't want to hear your little gremlin as crying when people start going into your real life. You know, like you was here just this morning trying to act like you some type of victim saying shit like this.
I spent time being manipulated, and now know firsthand how far Leona goes.
Even though you've never shown proof of anything you claim or showed proof of.
How far Leona goes.
Because no matter how far she goes, it's going to be your fault, right? I mean, keep that same energy, ho. And you asking how Leona's kid feels. How you think the purple hoe's daughter felt when she recorded her daughter crying after her call and not only posted it online, but recently played it to an entire community of people who didn't even know her. You think that's a normal thing to do? Ho, shut your artificial, fake outraged, bored, lonely ass up already.
Be a good person. Leona hides and lies about everything because she's guilty, not because she's right about anything.
This coming from the hoe that be hiding behind an account called Burgundy Blue and who refused to take a link. Ho, when the fuck is you going to shut the fuck up about anyone else hiding? Seriously, you fucking nutcase. And here we go once again with the general statements. What exactly is she guilty of? Let's hear it, bitch, or do you have to wait for your friend to show us? Anyway, Pug's now coming to try and reason with this sloppy hoe.
So that applies to Lavra and her 5 yes 5 calls? Where's her respect for her children? She recorded that shit live playing it. When did Lavra get busted out for it? That's right, a few months ago. Laura's been going on about her 5 calls for over 5 years, so I guess Mobs has some catching up to do. Go have an ice cream cone. You're cranky.
Then she wrote again to address her other comment.
Yes, how do Laura's children feel about her carrying on for years? Mobs is not live when her child is around, unlike Motormouth CPS over there. Lavra had humiliated her kids in ways no child should have to deal with.
That should be true. She just called her son an addict the other day. She's fucking gross.
Remember her discussing her son's sex life when he was 14. Yup, only Lavra would do that to her child.
So of course, the fucking crackhead and her information processing disorder come back and somehow gets this out of what Pug said.
Everything Leona does is Laura's fault.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Who said that? Where the fuck you get that shit from?
Leona the parasite. How long can you hold one person accountable and make excuses for the other for doing the same thing you all are whining about?
Talk about a parasite. You are one and Leona is the host. I think you got that backwards. How long is you going to bitch about Leona and everything she say and do? Well, it will probably be for that length of time. Get used to it, ho.
I don't know why you come here. It's clearly way over your head. Did you make it past the 4th grade?
When you can't answer the questions people ask or defend the indefensible, this what you do. Just start slinging insults out and trying to divert away. Told y'all, this bitch don't care about the purple hoe or actually agree with anything she says or does. She just doesn't like Leona. She always say Leona hiding behind things, but she the one hiding behind the purple hoe, using her issues to go at the bitch like she cares, cause she's too much of a fucking coward to state what her own issues are with Leona. She don't have a good excuse for any of this shit.
Leona's doing what Laura did because Laura did it. Makes sense.
Do you see Leona recording her kid crying during a CPS call and posting that shit on here for sympathy donations? Did you see her recording herself yelling at a CPS worker who was just doing their job and threatening them and posting it on here? She ain't doing any fucking thing that the exploitative hoe be doing. I only see her talking about it when the CPS caller herself be talking about it.
Stalking's okay now because you think Laura's doing it. You're crazy.
Bitch, the fuck is you even talking about? Who said stalking is okay now? What in the actual fuck? If she crazy, then you is criminally insane. Well, you is. And of course, she have to write another comment because you know her words be so important and she didn't simp enough in the last comment. I hope the purple hoe fucked this bitch already. She been putting the work in.
Leona's been paranoid and obsessed way before Laura.
Say the obsessed bitch. Anyway, you love to say she be paranoid, but what exactly is she paranoid about? Do you even know what paranoid is? So here she go with another brilliant whataboutism.
If Laura hurt her children, that isn't saving Leona's child from Leona.
Ho, who even said that it was? Like, where do you come up with this fucking weird shit? No one suggested or said anything even close to that.
You need help. Every life she's ever done, she's degrading a woman and then comparing herself to them.
Introducing Captain Save-A-Ho, defender of all women in the YouTube dumpster fire. Drama community is here to save the day and act like she cares for all the train wreck hoes of YouTube, when she herself used to talk shit and degrade the very same women she's now acting like she gives a fuck about.
This rejected little alien really be pouring on the fake outrage extra thick today. Anyway, CK come back and once again try to reason with this phony little gremlin.
What kind of 50-plus human buys a burner phone, conjured up a child SI story, includes the father, and then writes it all down and practices it? That's a person with deep-seated issues and a mind that is misfiring from massive quantities of matter. All perhaps in your world that's normal, albeit not in 95% of the people in this tiny community of YouTube.
So this dumb hoe can't answer the question and so do her usual deflecting.
Why is your weirdo friend admitting to searching up Laura's first and last name on YouTube?
What friend admitted to doing that? Who the fuck ever admitted to, quote, searching up her first and last name? You is fucking crazy. And what the fuck is searching up? Are you trying to sound cool? That shit sounds stupid. You don't need to say up. Searching will suffice. Did you get that from one of your little Gen Z, kind internet stranger friends that you get advice from on Reddit? Searching up. What a fucking clown. You sound as fucking lame as the purple hoe trying to say she's negged out and whatever other lame phrases she be stealing from her kids.
How many times can you fixate and obsess over one thing that happened 4 years ago and be oblivious on what's going on around you now?
This coming from the hoe that be fixated on stupid shit like Leona's
Grief series.
and
Merry-go-round.
and
Everything YouTube.
which isn't even her fucking channel, and everything else about her, from her subscribers count, to her family, to her kid, to every little insignificant thing you is fixated and obsessed about with her. I'm seriously going to mail your ass a check soon so you can go get yourself some fucking self-awareness, hoe. I've never seen anyone this fucking oblivious to their own behavior. And tell us what's going on around them now, you goddamn circus freak show.
You can't change it. It's okay, we know why you can't explain anything.
We? This hoe say we? Who the fuck is we? You and all 25 of your personalities? Well, at least you own the shit now and be speaking in the proper person for all 25 of you. One comment never be enough for this hoe. She always have to come back twice like a bad case of gonorrhea.
CK, what was the excuse you all used before the CPS call?
I'm pretty sure no one ever needed an excuse to talk about the purple hoe, but I guess if you needed one, the excuse is because the purple hoe is a vile, trainwreck creature who does and says vile shit on a public platform, and people watch her just so they can laugh at and make fun of her vile ass. It's the same reason every trainwreck character on YouTube have a group of people talking about and laughing at their trainwreck behavior. But you too busy watching and obsessing over Leona to know that there's thousands of other channels doing the same shit with different people, from Bullhorn Betty to Foodie Beauty, and that fat nasty chick and her gross husband, Shani, for Christ. And they even do it on TikTok to that hoe Lisa Richards. You should know, you was watching content about her cuz it was all over your suggested content in your clips. So you can sit all the way the fuck down with your phony shit cause you participate in the same shit, talking shit about people online, hoe.
You all did the same thing every day. Nothing has changed. Leona's gotten worse.
And you talk about Leona every day, so shut your hypocritical, full of horseshit ass up, you.